Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Horizons modpack. Woohoo! Now, last time I was setting up my pulse jet furnace out there, and I had to wait for some jet fuel to finish going, and I got 3 barrels right here. It did not even go through all the materials I had set up for it, and I got two full barrels and 1 barrel with 52 buckets in it. So this should be more than enough, and I still got plenty of materials in here to make even more should I need it. Now I did set my thing to back to my extractor here, so that would keep going because I am I have so much crap I need extracted that delaying it anymore is just pointless. So I've got plenty of fuel here, so let's grab some of this. I think if I hit this like this, it should maintain its inventory. Yes, there we go. So, let's see. Since last time, I haven't really done much. So, yeah, if you remember last time, I had to redo a little bit of my engine, my hydrostatic, hydro, whatever they're called, engines over there. I had to increase the drop height of the water by about 7 blocks up here. Originally, I just had a dirt circle around it where I had the water falling from. But since last episode, I decided to build up a little bit of a structure around it, just so it's not a big dirt circle sitting right there. So yeah, I built this and added some stone brick around it, just to make it look nice, so it's not water falling from nowhere. So yeah, let's head down and take a look at our engines. So I did set my bedrock breaker to go a little bit more, since I have been using a lot of bedrock dust to make my bedrock gears and bedrock shafts and gearboxes and like that. Because I did need a few more. So I did set my bedrock breaker to go again, but I also set up a chest right here with an item duct to pull out all the stuff that this is going to be making, as well as put a hopper right here that should feed all this obsidian into it. And it looks like it's actually feeding in, so that's good. And there we go. Now, I think I should be able to put a fluid duct on top of here, just like this, along with a servo. No, wrong side. Maybe. And put the barrel up here. So the barrel will feed into this. Is it working? Does not have any jet fuel in it. Damn it. Does it have to be on the sides? Possibly. Let me take this off and move it. I wasn't exactly sure if it had to be on the side or if I could feed it in from the top. So, fluid duct right there, with the barrel on top. There we go. Now let's try this. Is that going to work? Ah, there we go. It's got jet fuel flowing into it. It's got water in it, jet fuel. Now I just need to switch this over. Should I wait for this last little slice or not? Maybe not. Okay, let's switch this to, which side is it? What is the color of this side? Orange. Output orange. And let's see if this is actually going to work. Does it have enough speed? Enough heat? It's starting to heat up. Starting to warm up. It's got jet fuel. The water is constant. jet fuel's constant. Is it going to heat up? Oh, there we go, there we go. It is heating up. Blast glass, and this is exactly what it is I need. And it looks like, yep, you can pull it out of the side. You just can't put anything in the top, apparently. So, yeah. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to put it down here is because anything that's flammable nearby, wood, grass, or anything like that, could potentially catch on fire. As you can see, this barrel right here on top, on the side of it, is turning red, and the temperature is 873, which is fairly hot. So yeah, it has a chance of causing stuff to catch on fire, and that's not really something you want to have happen inside of your base. So it's something you need to be careful of. So I am going to need, let's see, 8 to make these obsidian tanks. I'm going to need 3 of them, so 8, 16, 24. I need 24 of this glass. So yeah, let me just stand here and wait for the 24 to finish so I can just grab that real quick. Okay, there's 23 and 24, just enough that I need. So let's head back up and see if we can make this item that I actually need. This, what's it called? Refinery thing. Now, I did set up the infrastructure underneath the floor for what I'm going to need, and all the pipes and power lines and stuff like that to get this going. So hopefully I'll just have to build this, set it down, and it'll be good to go. So what we need to do with this is shaped crafting, which means I just need a crafting bench to make 3 tanks, just like that. And then we take these in a work table with 2 liquid pipes and 1 mixer. So what we're also going to need is a centrifuge. Now the centrifuge is another item. Before I build this, let me find that. The centrifuge is another item that we're going to need in conjunction with the item we're building right now. And it is simply some steel plates and a bunch of 16x gears. And the reason I'm mentioning that now is because I already have the recipe right here. And everything's built. It's just plates and stuff like that. So this needs that, and that. There. And 2 pipes. And here we have the uranium processor. Now, I think it does not need power. It just needs a supply of water, which is why I had this fluid duct right here. And I did redo some piping down here, set up to my infinite water source with a pipe right there, as well as a power line coming up and around up there to another one of these magnetostatic engines set to a beveled gear and a couple 16 by 1 gear boxes here with more beveled gears. And I'll get to that in a minute. But first, let me just put this down on top right here. And as you can see, this has 3 different tanks. It has 1 tank for water, 1 tank for hydrofluoric acid, and 1 tank for uranium hexafluoride. Now, what we do with this is, first we need a constant source of water, which is what that pipe's for, and then we need uranium ingots and or pitch blend ingots like this, as well as fluorite. And if you remember from my earlier episodes, in fact I think it was the first or second episode, I got a bunch of fluorite, had no idea what it was for. All I knew it was for reactorcraft, but this is what it's for. It's actually for making uranium. So we grab a couple stacks of this. You can use any color of fluorite, it doesn't matter. It's all basically the same. Any of the different colors all work exactly the same in this machine. But what we do is we put the hexafluoride up there. The fluorite crystals mixes with the water, and creates hydrofluoric acid. Now, once that is filled up, we also put the pitch blende ingots and or uranium ingots inside right here. Now, I was lucky enough to get these pitch blende ingots out of all of the coal ore I've been extracting in my extractor, and because I had not found any pitch blende ore, which is where you're supposed to get this from. And yeah, you're supposed to get pitch blende ore from specific biomes, apparently, stuff like the mushroom biome, and the end as well. There's pitch blende ore inside the end, mushroom biomes, and I think a couple more rare biomes out there is where you can get pitch blende and stuff like that. Unfortunately, none of those biomes are near me, and I have not been to the end yet, so I have not had access directly to any pitch blende ore. But I was able to get some out of the coal ore I was silk touching when I was manually mining out there. Now, while I was explaining all that, what happens is the blue fluorite crystals mix with the water and create hydrofluoric acid. The hydrofluoric acid melts down the pitch blende and or uranium ingots, depending on what you actually get out of it, because there are uranium ingots out there as well, and it creates uranium hexafluoride. Now, uranium hexafluoride is a gas, I think. It's either a gas or a liquid, I'm not sure, but you need a isotope centrifuge, which is this thing here, in order to process it. Now, I think, can I turn this around? No, I wouldn't be able to. But I think I can just stick it on here, and it's powered from the bottom. And let's see, what side is this, black? Yeah. If I turn this on, is it going to work? Now, the centrifuge takes a lot of, does not need any torque, particular amount of torque. It needs a certain amount of kilowatts and a hell of a lot of speed, which is why I have this set to maximum 2000 by 2000, as well as going through two 16 ratio gearboxes set to speed, because this thing takes a lot of speed in order to function. I mean, right now it's taking 524,000 rads. So yeah, just to be functional, it actually needs that much. I think you can get away with slightly less speed, but the faster you go, the better. So I think I can hook this up with some fluid ducts and have it going into here. So I can have it coming out here and up and around. Come on, place. And over to here. And is it going to go into there? I hope it is. But I will need another servo, I think. Is it working? Yeah, it needs a servo. Okay. Let me make a servo real quick. There we go. Get that out of there, move it over there. Put a servo here, right click, and it should, there we go. It sucked out all the uranium hexafluoride and sent it into the centrifuge here. And it has its own little internal tank for the uranium hexafluoride. And once it is up to speed, which is what it is right now, and like I said, it needs a hell of a lot of speed before it will actually function. This process bar right here on the side, just like every other type of machine, will slowly go up. And once it finishes out, it will produce one of two things. And let's see what we got. Come on, come on. Yeah, it will either produce depleted uranium dust, which is this stuff right here, or with a much smaller chance, it will produce enriched uranium dust. I think it's enriched. Let me see. Yeah, it's enriched uranium dust. Now, the depleted uranium dust has its uses, but it's not what we're looking for, because you cannot use the depleted uranium dust to make uranium fuel pellets. That is what we need the enriched uranium for. So with a very small chance, it will eventually create enriched uranium dust, which will come out in this little box right here, and we can use this to create, in a 2x2 square, uranium fuel pellets, which will actually fuel our reactor. Haha, because these fuel pellets are what the reactors actually run on. But these depleted uranium dust, this depleted uranium dust does have its own uses, in that you can use it to make depleted uranium, which, even though it cannot be used to power the reactor itself, can be used to make other useful items, such as radiation shielding fabric, which is used to make hazmat gear, helmets, chest piece, and like that, which is very nice, since there will be a slight chance of radiation when you're working with these reactors, especially when you're dealing with the reactor waste. So the hazmat stuff will come in handy. So this depleted uranium will be useful for that, and it also has another use for creating breeder reactor fuel. Now, I'm not going to get into that right now. It's very complicated, and it's an entirely different type of reactor setup for what I plan on doing. But if I do ever get to it, I will have a ton of depleted uranium I can use. So hopefully I will be able to get to that at some point in the future. But for now, I'm just going to leave that. For now, I simply have to sit here and wait for this stuff to actually process, because it is a very slow process. I have to wait for the centrifuge to centrifuge all this stuff in very, very slow increments and get the actual enriched uranium I need. So, while I'm waiting for this to actually work and this to process all this stuff, I think I might start working on the actual pieces I need in order to set up my reactor, because I'm going to need a lot of pieces to build the actual reactor itself. So I think I'll start on that now.